Hello everyone out there, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you are new here, and I make videos each week on healthy living, simple, intentional living, and I'm so happy to have you here. And today's video is, I think, a much needed one. I'm going to be talking about 7 ways to create a better relationship with technology and the online world, and some ways that we can practice a little bit more self-care and kind of create boundaries around technology. Social media and other aspects of the online world can definitely have an impact on our mental health, on our self-esteem, and sometimes we do have to put a bit more of a focus on doing a bit of a digital detox, so to speak, more regularly. So today's video though is also extra exciting because this video is in collaboration with Nikole from HealthNut Nutrition. If you don't know who Nikole is, you will love her. Her channel is all about living a very healthy, balanced life. She shares a lot of really great lifestyle tips and tons of amazing recipes as well. She also just recently launched her very first cookbook, which is so exciting. She is also going to be sharing some of her best tips on this same topic, on kind of creating a balance with the online world, with technology. So be sure to check out her video. I will leave it linked below. Be sure to subscribe to her channel, let her know that Megan sent you, and let's dive in. So my first point that I want to share with you today is to just determine how much time you're spending on your phone or on your computer or on social media. You can do this on your own by just tracking this yourself, but also there is a setting on iPhones called Screen Time that allows you to see actually how much time, like it'll tell you the minutes, the hours that you are spending within certain apps, how many times you're even picking up your phone. And once we're able to become a little bit more aware of that, we can start to set those boundaries for ourselves. And also we're able to ask ourselves, what else could I be doing with my time? Where else can I be putting my energy? Something else that you can do here too is to set phone usage or app usage limits on your phone as well. I know that the iPhone also has a setting where you can do this. I'm not too sure about Android. If you guys know like any other settings within different types of phones, if you have any tips around that, definitely leave them in the comments below. My second point, this one, I gotta say, it's probably one of my most favorite. It's something that I have done for a really long time now, and that is turning off all push notifications, all beeps and noises and vibrations, and just shutting those off. Don't even have those enabled on your phone. There's a time and a place where you do actually want to make sure that you receive a notification, in which case that's perfectly fine. But I think in general, on a day-to-day basis, if we have those push notifications turned on and we have our phone noises on, then what happens is we are so much more distracted, and really just turning those off, it lessens your likelihood of checking your phone as frequently. So what you can do here is to set your own schedule for when you're going to be checking things. Maybe, from a certain time of day to another time of day is when you are going to allow yourself to check your email, to check social media, whatever it is that you want to do on there. And then you have other times of day where you're like, no, I'm not actually going to be online during that time. Try to have a tech-free morning by refraining from checking your phone or your email, your social media when you first get up. It really can make a difference in how you feel mentally and emotionally, right? It can really influence your mental health when that's not the first thing that you check. I know for myself, I always, every night, put it onto airplane mode and I put it away from me. When it's not there at bedtime, then it's not there right beside us first thing in the morning. So really allowing yourself to set the tone for your day in a totally different way by getting up, giving yourself some time to enjoy your morning, even if it's just for 20 minutes before you check your phone. Take breaks. So whether this is a couple of days or an entire weekend or even much longer, or just for a couple of hours, leave your phone at home, and to not feel the need to bring it with you absolutely everywhere you go. When we take breaks, we're able to do other things that are available to us. Getting outside, getting creative, maybe writing or doing some reading, or even other creative things like cooking and baking. And the thing about cooking too, I find, is it's such a social activity. It's such a great way to bring people together, friends and family, and having people over and trying new recipes. Food really does bring people together, and I think that in today's world we need more of that human to human connection. And even when it comes to, you know, cooking, having like physical cookbooks is really a wonderful thing to have. I think that they're just so nice to flip through, even if it's like you're just sitting on the couch getting some inspiration. Like I mentioned, Nikole just released her very first cookbook called the HealthNut Cookbook. I will leave it linked below for you to check out. It is full of so many delicious, wholesome, really well-balanced recipes. I love the raw cookie dough bites. They're made with cashew butter and vanilla and chocolate chips. I've made them a few times. It's definitely one of my favorite recipes from her cookbook. My next tip is to not feel the need to take photos of every single thing that you're doing, to document, to record every single thing that you're doing. I myself love taking photos and documenting things, but we can really get caught up in this need to really document everything that we're doing and take photos of everything and share every single thing that we're doing. But what happens is that by doing that, it takes us away from the moments that we could otherwise be fully enjoying and being present with, especially when we're on our phone, when we're around people. And to just make a note to put those away, being really intentional about that, putting them away and being present with the people that you're spending time with and the activities that you're doing, the things that you're doing. Adjust what you're being exposed to. This might be deleting apps that you don't need or that you want to take a break from, or rearranging apps on your phone even so that it's less automatic for you to click on them. It really just encourages you to pause a little bit before opening up an app. It can be quite addicting, right? It can actually be something that we feel the urge to check. We sometimes just have to be aware of that, and we have to break free from it a little bit and not constantly get in the habit of feeling like we need to check up on things all of the time. Something else that you can do to adjust what you're being exposed to is to unfollow people who don't make you feel that great. Maybe there are these silent standards that are being kind of portrayed that we're comparing ourselves to, or just, you know, people that we're comparing ourselves to. And that really is such a common theme in the online world, right? Is comparison, playing the comparison game. I have been there myself. I think that we all have. So just be aware of how certain accounts are making you feel, and if you need to take some breaks from them, then that's totally fine and can be really, really good for you. And my last tip for you here today is something that's a little bit different, but definitely still goes along with the theme of this video, and that is to protect your vision from blue light. Blue light is really just a blue-ish light that comes off of our screens that can negatively affect our eyes, especially if we are being exposed to it continuously. There's a couple of things that you can do here. I actually have here some blue light protective glasses. I got these a while back. I don't wear them all of the time. I definitely don't wear them a ton during the day necessarily, but they are really useful if you're on your computer in the evening. But some other things that you can do too are, I know that with iPhone, again, I'm not totally familiar with Android or other kinds of devices, but I know with iPhone, you can turn on something called night shift, which just adjusts the color of the screen to a warmer tones, so it's a little bit gentler on the eyes. You can also select dark mode, which makes the background of certain apps black instead of bright white, so that's something that you can do as well. And another tip here when it comes to blue light and kind of protecting our eyes is to just avoid being on our phones or on our computers really, really late at night, like right before bed. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope that you enjoyed this topic and that you found some of these tips useful. I would love to hear from you though. Do you have any tips on some ways that you're able to find balance with technology or social media? Leave me a comment below, and be sure to check out Nikole's video. I will leave that linked below. She's going to be sharing some of her best tips as well. I have not seen the video, so I'm going to be heading over there to see her tips too. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys all in my next video. Bye.